and welcome to my live stream. Just getting myself sorted out. It's a bit later than normal because I normally do this first thing in the morning. I was working today, so I've not been around. But here I am in my shed. You're like, what's that? What's that noise? I'm in my shed. As you can see behind me is a shameless self-promotion of my book, First Time Dad. If you know anybody who's about to become a parent, and they want to buy a book, please buy me that one. Hello, buy them that one. Hello, one person. Thank you for joining the live stream. I'm currently writing a book. It's about 20% done, and I'm about to publish on Amazon in 9 to 12 months. Okay. When it goes live, I really appreciate your support. Share. Thank you so much in advance. I'll happily. Let me read that again. Hi, I'm currently writing a book. It's about 20% done, and I plan to publish on Amazon in 9 to 12 months. When it goes live, I really appreciate support and share and review. I'll happily read it. You send me a comment. You send it to me. I'll happily do. I tell you what, if you don't mind checking out and reviewing my book, First Time Dad, don't have to buy it. I will happily do the same for you, and because it's all good to try and support each other. What's your book about? Sorry, I sometimes ask that question, forgetting that it's in the comments. It's not like having a conversation, so you can't just reply in the same way you normally would. Right. In this live stream, as well as telling people what, whose famous birthday it is, I like to sing some songs in case it's you're feeling a bit low. It's January, it's a bit cold, a bit grim. I woke up this day with a feeling that better things are coming my way. Oh, hello. Manda salva Brazil. Hello from Brazil. How are you in Brazil? I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So do you do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? So I'm just assuming that you're from Brazil. You should necessarily do Jiu-Jitsu. I might stop. I might wait. I might pause the song until they're more appearing. Fala Brazil. What does Fala Brazil mean? Does it mean long live Brazil or I love Brazil? Thanks for the like. Brazil. What does it mean when you tell someone Fala Brazil? Hello, totally not Kaylee. Hi, totally not Kaylee. Sorry, that's disgusting. I'm not showing my teeth. If you're wondering what's this live stream all about, is this worth my time? Should I invest the next 5-10 minutes in it? I don't know. Brazil Auros. I'm gonna. Do you know what? This is one I could do one of my Brazilian friends to kind of let me know what's going on. Recon, hello Recon, hello Mr. Jordan. You play the ukulele? I imagine you probably play it much better than I do. I've been playing the ukulele for years and I'm still basically a beginner. Yeah, so I do a live stream every day for a number of reasons. One, I like to wish people happy birthday if it's your birthday. I also sing parody songs specifically about dad life and parenting and things. Probably like lots of people, I'm trying to get my YouTube channel monetized. It's taken me ages. What hasn't helped was that I started to. Have you been to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania? I haven't actually. What's it like? Harrisburg. Is that one? Isn't that like a place of a famous battle in the of the Battle of Independence? Don't know. Hey, bro, where are you from? Kenya, Africa. I've been to Kenya several times. Me and a friend, I set up a charity about 10 years ago. And the first project we ever did was we supported this woman, this amazing woman, who was supporting a school in the Kangemi area near Nairobi. Does that make anything? It's like a place comedians from. All right. It's your birthday in 2 days. Well, do you know what, Mr. Jordan? We're gonna today. Let's get the birthday stuff done. And in that it's your birthday. Well, in fairness, I do this every day. So if you, my birthday in 2 days. If you check it in 2 days, I'll actually sing it to you. Wow, I know Kangemi. Yeah, Kangemi is an amazing place. The first time I've ever been to Africa, and it was absolutely life-changing. And me and a friend ran a charity for about 10 years. We supported schools in Nairobi, Ghana, Gambia, Uganda. It was probably 2 or 3 of the most amazing years of my life. Please talk to us, bro. Please talk to us, bro, first, bro. Right, okay, so, yeah, if you've got any questions that you think a 50-year-old father free is qualified to answer, please put them in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them. If you want to do me a massive, massive favour and feel like doing something helpful, I'm going to pin a message. And the message is... Oh no, I've messed that up. Okay, I was going to pin a message, but I haven't got the technical skills. Basically, I've just uploaded a video to my YouTube channel. If you've got 1 minute 28 to watch it at some point, that would help me enormously. Right, this is for Miss Jordan, and if it's your birthday, well, it says in 2 days' time. If it's your birthday today, January 7th, you share it with a famous F1 driver. Happy birthday to you, I'll start again. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, this one is for you. He went out with one of the Pussycat Dolls. Happy birthday. It was your birthday today. January the 7th, you share it with Lewis Hamilton. Happy birthday to you. London is red, London is red. Don't know what that means. My Wi-Fi, bro, is... Yeah, my Wi-Fi is rubbish. The reason my Wi-Fi is rubbish is I'm doing this in the shed. It's the only way I can guarantee I won't be interrupted by one of my 3 children or the dog. And the problem with that is the shed of them up in the garden. So I've got to keep this door open. And in order to get the Wi-Fi in the house. Would you like to come to Africa? I've been to Africa several times. I'd love to go back there. I've been to South Africa. I've been to Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Ghana, and that's it. No, I loved Africa. Africa is an amazing place. It is an absolute assault on the senses. So yeah, so basically, I'm going to stop asking to do things. I sing lots of very childish songs, and I dip out to get myself tea. So that's basically what the live stream will be. Singing happy birthday, answering any questions you think I might have within reason. Why do you think Americans don't invest in Kenya? I have no idea about the monetary. How do you know they don't? I'm sure there are lots of Americans that invest in Kenya. I don't know. I think Africa is a continent with untold opportunities, and hopefully, Miss what or Mrs. Don't know what you're talking about. Right, anyway, Demon, I need a bit more context on that. Many Indians than more. I don't know, actually. Okay, it's my birthday too. Demon, it's your birthday too. Well, happy birthday to you, Demon. I hope you have an amazing day. This is a very childish song about farts, which hopefully will give you kind of an indication of where we're at. On my sort of level of sort of childish. Right. In the quiet moments before I smell your trump, that toxic pump from your stinky rump, at the bus stop or in the queue in Spa. That's a shop in Britain. The air all around me, well, it goes quite green and small people scream. My nostrils flare as I try and dodge your wind. At our end of day, pre-bed story time, sitting on my lap, I feel your brap reverberating through your clothes and mine. For me to challenge you now would bring several lies. It's burning my eyes. All I can do is try and dodge your wind. It wasn't the dog, it isn't the dog. Don't blame the dog, we don't have a dog. When you roll over and bowel control you lose any excuse, like you're wearing squeaky shoes. Your vicious sting would surely turn me blind. Standing downwind of a piercing dart, of a very stinky fart. I'll go to great lengths to try and dodge your wind. Liam Jones, Noel Gallagher, Billy Bragg could only make that means a lot. That means a lot, and I sense there's no element of sarcasm in that. I think Noel Gallagher and Billy Bragg probably could write lyrics as good as this. Basically, you were given them the brief of, right, take a song that anyone under the age of 80 won't have heard of, and then just push as many fart jokes into it as possible, and then question why you're not viral or success. There we go. Anyway, right. We're also going to try and sing other songs to amuse and entertain. But yeah, if you have a question you'd like me to answer, let me know. Right. This is the early noughties banger. Keep on Moving by Five, just in case anyone's having a bit of a rough week. Feel free to join in at the bits. I woke up today with this feeling that better things are coming my way. And if the sunshine has a meaning, telling me nothing, let's go think of something in my way. When the rainy days are dying, gotta keep on trying. All the bees and birds are flying, your bit, never let go, gotta hold on and never stop till the break of dawn and keep moving, don't stop rocking. Get on up when you're down, baby, take a good look around. I know it's not much, but it's okay. We'll keep on moving on anyway. Hoping that's a bit of a morale boost for anyone who's hate kids songs, but this is fire. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think at the time, it's as much for me as for anyone else. Without giving me my life story, I've struggled with my mental health for years with sort of depression and OCD, and I found actually learning the ukulele and just generally being a bit of a wally has really, really helped. Would you start a business in Kenya and employ people? If I had the money in the investment, I probably would, but unfortunately, I think that was one of the things that surprised when I went to Africa, surprised a lot of Africans. I think a lot of Africans had this perception that we were much better off than we were. And it's a sad fact that people who are very, very wealthy are very wealthy for a reason. And quite often the people who went out and did voluntary work in Africa weren't that wealthy because they've spent all their time doing philanthropic things. That's my opinion. Anyway, if someone's got loads of money, you've got to ask yourself why. Even if it's inherited wealth, you've got to think, because because actually you kind of, if you want to support people and live with integrity, it's difficult. Well, if you describe yourself as a holy, you present a very nice, holy respect. That's kind, mate. I don't know what I am, to be honest with you. I think, of course, it's getting a bit like a therapy session. I think I've got classic middle child syndrome, and I think middle children can often struggle with a sense of identity. You're not the eldest, and I've got 3 kids, and I can totally see this. And both me and my wife are middle children. I think you struggle with your role in the family. You're not the eldest, who often is like the link between the kids and the parents. You're not the youngest, you're not the baby. You're in the middle, and you either end up, when you come into Kenya again, go, what do you do for a living? I'll answer that in a second. You often end up either having to be the clown, which is definitely something I was, or kind of the referee / helper. And I think that's probably why a lot of people who are people pleasers end up, they're quite often middle children. Anyway, that's my pop psychology on that. When you come into Kenya again, I don't know, actually. It's a good question. I haven't got any plans in the medium it's you know, like a demonstration song. I don't know any demonstration songs. I'm going to sing a song, a Neil Diamond song about training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in about 2 minutes. That's probably not what you asked for, but do you know P. Diddy? I don't know him, no. From what I've been told, he's probably someone you kind of need to be careful around. But that's all allegedly. Right. I'm sure he's a lovely chap. Right, do you know Roblox? Yeah, my kids play Roblox all the time and are always asking for Robux. Yeah, Yeah, our children also have an idea that there's this unlimited amount of money. Mommy and daddy are the money tree. You just come and ask for some money because I want some stuff. And it's very difficult. I have a question. Go on then, Demon. Right, while you're getting your question ready, I'm going to sing this parody of Sweet Caroline. Please feel free to join in with the da-da-da if you want to. And it's about me starting to train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as a 40-year-old man. When it began, I can't begin to know it. That's not it. When it began, 2 weeks after my 40th birthday, it was this or learn guitar. I survived my trial class, split my first 2 pairs of gi pants. Going commando is frowned upon. Hands. Wrong chord. Choking hands. Reaching out. Sorry, it's a bit of a road crash. Choking me while I'm trying to choke you. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Apparently they call it the gentle art. Nothing gentle about it. Sometimes when I shrimp, the sudden movement makes me fall. True story. Sorry, that's probably the worst I've ever played that song. Can you play the Soviet Union's national anthem? No, I can't. Or let the world burn. I don't have that authority or that respect. But anyway, of course, someone's got the caps lock on, right? So yeah, so that's my take. Anyone in here do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or not quite sure what you're doing? Right. I'm going to sing a song about Labradors. We've got a golden retriever who's lovely, but scared of everything, scared of the wind, scared of the world. You took a trial class. How did it go? I think if you get past the trial class, the problem with the trial class is it's probably the most humbling experience of your life. I started when I was 40, and I remember then ran away because I got battered. I don't blame you, mate. I started, and when I started, I'd played a lot of rugby, I'd run marathons, I'd done triathlons. So I knew I wasn't Captain Hardman, but I thought, I'm not the weakest person in the world. And I remember being set up, sorry, I'm just going to put some in the timeout. I remember being set up with this, she must have been 14 or 15 years old. And I was like, I don't really want to, because then at the end of you do like the technical sparring, and then at the end of it, you actually like have a bit of a spar. And I thought, I don't really want to fight this 14-year-old girl. I'm going to hurt her. And oh my goodness, after about 5 minutes of her she must have armbarred me like 3 times in 2 or 3 minutes. I just was like, I honestly don't know how that happened. And then I started like trying to use my strength to actually, and it just didn't make any difference. She absolutely smashed me. That was generally humorous. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. Liam, we need more people like you, not in the world, but certainly in my live stream. I did BGM late 30s, but I had a ton of weight and didn't bother. Yeah, it's difficult. I'm going to be 50 this year, and jiu-jitsu is one of those things that it's so good for my mental health and my physical health, but you do pick up the odd injuries. You know, every now and again, someone will like overly extend my wrist, and I'm like, don't do that. That's really uncomfortable. But no, yeah, my first trial class, this girl absolutely smashed me, and I remember sitting in the chair and thinking, well, you got 2 roads here. I either go, forget this is rubbish, I'll go back to running and not doing much else, or I'm going to see how to learn this magic. And it's quite interesting. I've seen the number of people I've seen come and go. Quite often people come in, they've done boxing, or they've done another martial art, or they've done something like Krav Maga, and they just get their ass kicked quite often by sort of young, slight people. And they're like, I don't know how this is happening. I'm like, big guys come in and get their asses kicked. And I think that's jiu-jitsu, if you can stick with it, and it's it's not easy to stick with it because it's utterly humbling. Every session I go down and basically get my arse served to me, and I'm a brown belt now, so I'm one off a black. But there are certainly blue belts, like competition blue belts, I don't want to roll with because I'm not winning. I'm basically just defending, just trying to survive. Right, this is a song about. It's a Bob Dylan. It's a parody of Hound Dog not by Bob Dylan, by Elvis. You're a big bouncy Labrador, stealing socks all the time. You've been known to eat said socks, and they're usually mine. You're a big fan of begging, but you'll always be a friend of mine. They said you could win crafts, but that was just a lie. They said you were pedigree, but I can't remember why. You seem terrified of rabbits, but a fan of chicken pie. You're a big bouncy Labrador, licking your privates all the time. When I move from the sofa, you steal my place every time. You seem scared of the Hoover, but you're still a friend of mine. When I try to get a suntan, you're always there to lick my face. You think you're being helpful, a real pedigree chum. This behaviour would be endearing if you hadn't just licked your bum. True story. I think many people get into. Yeah, that's exactly how I got into it, from the Joe Rogan podcast, at least in the last 15 years. But I went in it for 4 months and was just getting my joy. Yeah, it is difficult. I remember the first. Certainly the first 6 months I couldn't move my neck. I remember like not being able to check my blind spot at all because just like just couldn't move around. I thought my wife, I come back from, because there's no punching or kicking in jiu-jitsu, or there shouldn't be. But every and again someone will clip you with an elbow or a knee, or you get a foot, or you'll just get get gi rash, just rubs, and you'll come back. Certainly if I've been in a competition, I try John Terry. I get that every single time I get John Terry, which is probably really harsh on John Terry. And my wife's like, have you been beaten up again? Who are these people? They're your friends. I'm like, yeah, they're probably the nicest people you'll meet. So it's a weird one. I'm going to keep doing it because I can do. I'd love to get my black belt. I'm probably still 4 or 5 years off it, but anyway, I kept catching your knees to the bollock. Yeah, that you've kind of got to put your family jewels somewhere safe. If it was possible to detach them and remove them permanently, that would be helpful. But obviously you can't. Yeah, that's something that's not great about jiu-jitsu. But anyway, we've done nearly 22 minutes. If you're still here, I really appreciate it, because even though I am on one of my main reasons is to try and spread a bit of positivity, sing happy birthday, sing ridiculous childish songs about farts and dogs and being a dad. I am trying to get my YouTube channel monetized, which seems to be the most impossible thing I've ever tried to do. Way harder than jiu-jitsu or parenting. So if you have a moment to watch something, it would be massively appreciated. Not you again. Right. Actually, every time I have to put a number of people on timeout because they're being sued. Hopefully, Aston Villa will win the title. You must be a repeat person, or you might be someone I know. But how did you know I support Aston Villa? Because I would love them to win the title. The last thing Aston Villa won, the only thing what Aston Villa won in my lifetime, I think they won. I think the Milk Cup. What was the Milk Cup? Don't even know what it's called now. The Carabao Cup, something. Don't know what it is. I'll go on and I'll watch your video. Liam, you're a legend. I genuinely appreciate your support, because there are times, most of the time, where I'm like, what am I doing? 50-year-old father of 3 in a shed at the bottom of a garden, playing songs, getting them wrong most of the time, with a goal of one day having a monetized YouTube channel. Is this a midlife crisis? Almost certainly, but I've been doing it since 2018. When you're like so invested in something, a bit like jiu-jitsu, I'm like, well, I just got to keep going. If the only reason I keep going is to show my kids, Dad never gave up on that. That's what I hope my kids will kind of go, yeah, that's fair enough. He was rubbish a lot of the time, but he didn't give up. He kept going, and I think that's resourcefulness. And I know full well that if I ever get a monetized YouTube channel and I make 4p a month, it will be massively underwhelming. But that will just prove that it's absolutely not about the destination. It's about the journey and all that sort of good stuff. Right, this is my first time. Nice to meet a fellow supporter. Oh, yeah, I'm a big fan of the Villa. I only came to Brighton as a student. My kids, even I have 3 kids, and none of them support Brighton, which is frustrating. Brighton's my second team, but yeah, it'd be really nice to see Aston Villa do something, because they're always that mid-table. It's frustrating. Anyway, hi Nuck, hi. Right, I'm gonna thank you to anyone who's still here. I'm gonna sing you a song now, a parody of Bob the Builder, about builders. And this is not a slight on builders. I know lots of builders, and I know some awesome builders, but like any profession, there's some good builders and there's some crap builders. This is about the crap builders. Right. Says he's a builder, but did he fix it? No, he learnt it all on YouTube, and he's made it worse. Plastering and driveways we're pointing to. His labourers are 15, Dave and Stu. Dave's blind in one eye and Stu's got gout. I've just got my son to sleep, please don't shout. Online course in plastering, but did he fix it? More cowboy than builder, no, he's made it worse. He turned up at midday smelling of booze. He put down a dust sheet and had a snooze. Him, Dave and Stu have so much fun making inappropriate comments about the customer's wife's bum. That taps on backwards, is that a mistake? Where will all that rubble go? It ends up in a lake. Says he's a builder, he's got his own tool belt. Does that make you a builder? Not really, no. How are you? I'm good, thanks, mate. How are you? Dogs or cats? Definitely dogs. I don't trust cats. Hi, I'm back. Hi, Mickey, you're back. Okay, so I've watched a video of yours, and it's very clear the way you play chords. That is cool. That's kind, mate. I really appreciate it. Hello, Mickey. How are you? Nice voice. That's kind. I've got nothing against cats. Once you've owned a dog, dogs are awesome. And actually, I remember there was a British advert years ago. I can't remember what it was advertising. But the slogan was basically "Be more dog," and I'm like, that's a really good way to live your life. Thank you, that's really kind of you. Thank you, Mick. I really appreciate it. Yeah, because how oddly optimistic are dogs about everything? You know, well, like, you know, dogs just you can go off and leave them all day, and you know they'll come back and they're pleased to see you. And I think that's a really good way. If I was to have a pick a sort of an animal to copy for a fulfilling and happy life, it'd be a dog, probably a golden retriever. We've got a golden retriever, and she's lovely. The worst guard dog in history, but she's very nice. I have a puppy. He licks my tears, and he's so cute. That's nice. Sorry that you're having tears. Were you live yesterday? I was, Mickey. I was live yesterday. I'm live every day, but the problem is it won't always be the same day. That's the problem. It will fluctuate depending on whether I'm working. If I'm working, then it's usually in the afternoon. If I'm not working, that's usually midday. Right. I'm not going to do way too long, because I always feel like anything over half an hour is getting a bit. People are like, I don't really want to. This is going on a bit. Right. I'm going to sing a song. Let's end on something a bit less, and then I'll go and then maybe see you guys tomorrow. But there's no pressure. I don't ever want people to feel like I've got to hang around now. It's like a party. I don't want to be the first person to leave, because this crazy man in a shed is going to feel right. Let's sing a song, quick song about cars, Dad's cars. Don't you dare go to cat, Mama say. This is the thing. What's a cat only US thing? Well, I've had cats. I'm sure. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure cat is lovely, because cats always jump around and run away when there's danger, but dogs will protect you. There'll be, like anything, there'll be good dogs and bad dogs, and good cats and bad cats. There'll be crap cats, and there'll be amazing cats. There'll be cats that defend you and cats that don't care. there'll be dogs that are the same. I think just cats are probably a bit intelligent. Dogs are probably a bit trusting. Mickey, the old 6'7" joke, right? This is a parody of Tracy Chapman's Fast Car. It's basically about the sort of car you'll have if you're a married father of 3. I've got a dad's car. It's done 0 to 60 once in its life. Can get everything in the bag. 2 grand pianos, 3 kids, a wife. I don't dare drive it too far because the fuel light's on constantly. It's got its own unique smell. It's got a combination of crisps and wee. That's it. I don't want a cat to defend me. No. In fairness, I wouldn't want the dog to defend me because I feel bad. If I can't defend myself, then that's not great. Right, yeah. That's it. I've got what an underwhelming end to a live stream. But yeah, if you thank you so much for the people who joined and asked questions. And if you want me to sing you happy birthday, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and then just put your name and your birthday in one of the comments and I'll add it to my list. Please don't go nutbean. I've got to go and cook my kids' supper. And much as I'm enjoying this, because this is a positive, fun thing, kind of got to feed my kids. I could get in trouble otherwise. So anyway, hope wherever you are in the world, you're okay, and take care, and see you tomorrow.